Hey kids, you like that rock and roll?
Don't worry, don't be afraid, ever. This is just a ride.
On the program this evening,
Four Brothers Podcast.
Welcome to the Four Bros Podcast. Today's guest is a Northern Irish comedian from Belfast. It's the one and only Martin Barkley.
What's happening?
Well, lads.
What is the crack bite?
We're all going to talk in Belfast accents now because you're here.
You aren't going to influence me. I'm going to influence you.
Well, what's the crack, mate? You know what I mean? I think, like, we're not saying where we're from, obviously, but I think our accent's quite Belfasty.
Yeah. Belfast.
What would you say?
I haven't noticed a difference. Like
we don't sound culture or anything.
Because we are in a town that's outside Belfast, let's just say.
We sort of far from Newcastle. I'm in Newcastle all day.
Yeah.
You can hear the difference there. Like,
Yeah.
Proper,
Oh, there you go.
to be a posher, we've been nicer.
In Newcastle.
Well, I mean, I think we've sort of sussed this out before. Like, a lot of people in this estate moved down from the Troubles. So our parents are from Belfast.
Yeah.
They were all born in Ardown and Turflodge and shit. And I think as like
A lot of
everybody's
people down this way,
a lot of people's
families
parents.
moving down from the Troubles or whatever.
Escape is what it was.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Shitty bastards, that's what you are.
Turncoats, fucking traitors.
There's sort of like nature reserves and stuff I've seen on the way down here. And
Oh yeah, it's
Aye, but they're all
Wouldn't they?
shite.
Oh, they
Like,
actually shade on.
yeah.
I spend a lot of time in nature just sort of walking and stuff, so I'd be well up for just.
Some of them are alright. Come on.
you're better off just going and walking. If you know what I mean, just in uncharted territory.
Somewhere
But like
where
most
they're
of the
not
actual
aware.
places aren't that good. Like
The places where they get you to go.
there was actually a really fucking nice place out near Newcastle. You know, before you turn into Newcastle, you can go that way. You can go right.
What about Tullymore?
Castle well.
There's loads of
Is it
places
Castlewell?
near
And it's like
Newcastle.
closed now though. Remember there was like big arches you could go through, big stone arches. You used to drive through it and all. It was fucking class.
It's got like big metal gates and all.
Aye.
I drove past that. Like,
Yeah, that used
is
to
it
be
near
open.
the butterfly house?
Yeah, near that. Yeah.
Have you ever been there?
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
it's
class,
it's
that
class.
is.
Like
That's
Is
unbelievable.
that not
I
out?
was
so
there
that
as a
thing
kid,
beside it all used to be open and all.
Is that
You can't
not
go
out?
anymore.
I've seen it drive. I've drove past it a million times. Like,
Yeah.
I've never been in it. Like,
Have you
that
been to
on
the
like-
Butterfly House recently, have you?
I went. I think we were
Seaford direction?
Or what?
I thought that was. See you later, Al.
It's class. It's really, really good. You just have butterflies flying all around you, like all over you. It's
I haven't
class.
been. I haven't been there.
It was
No,
pretty
in a
long time.
I've
terrifying.
never been
Like,
there ever, I don't think.
Strangely unnerving, but
It
it's
is
like butterflies ways
unnerving,
up.
fucking butterflies.
Is it still
I'll have
there?
to take my kids there. Like,
Yeah, really, really good. Yeah.
It's still there, yeah.
We did-
You just go into like
Yeah,
a,
still
Swish a butterfly.
you go into like a greenhouse and they're just everywhere, different
Class,
colours. and all.
that's
It's
cool.
really,
Yeah.
really
I
good.
remember
Sweet, like.
being there when I was a kid, like, but don't know. Is there like reptiles or anything there?
No.
There's
Something.
there's definitely more than butterflies. Like,
Yeah.
so there is.
I
Insects
remember
and all,
it
is there
being-
not like beetles and all? Like, is that the place that has like the glass wall?
Yeah.
That's Liverpool.
All the
No, is it not the place where it's like, is it like a circle, kind of you go around the circle?
Yeah, there's a
and-
big garden as well,
Yeah.
but they have the greenhouse, and then there's like a big garden with a maze and all.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
I haven't been there since I was a child.
Me
like.
neither. Like,
We took our chance.
I'd love to go.
You know?
We'll go later today, will we, boys?
I will go.
Aye.
Go later day.
We cup of coffee and some butterflies.
Patreon special. Butterfly house. Just fucking swat them all.
Jesus Christ.
Remember, it was a guy who had a phobia of fucking butterflies. Like,
I do, aye.
Jesus Christ.
Who's that?
Such a
I'm sure he's
phobia.
dead
to have,
now,
like.
No, he was scared of butterflies, and me and Gareth were talking to him one day.
Oh,
And Gareth happened to have a little toy butterfly in his hand.
oh, fuck.
And we were talking away to him, and Gareth just slowly went.
No, it was a caterpillar for when he had it.
And it was a butterfly, and your man just started screaming his head off. Like,
Who was this?
Jesus.
so we left. It was just
Oh,
a
well,
guy
that's
we knew.
flagged.
Just a guy we knew.
He didn't make it.
It wasn't just
yes.
a guy.
I-
He was a fucking.
It was just a guy we
No,
knew. alright?
well, this guy was just scared of butterflies, and I went. And he went, fuck!
And it was just a wee plastic butterfly. Like,
Yeah, I didn't think we'd react like that. I went, oh,
Like
fuck.
with a fake spider you do to someone.
yeah. Like,
Like,
that.
I just sort of
I was
went,
like,
"Oh,
it was just a joke.
yeah. I was kind of like, no one could be that scared of butterflies. I just went, and he fucking
You underestimated that point.
ruined his whole day. Like, I was like, oh, fuck.
You still working there, right?
No.
And fired long ago.
You can tell.
He ruined my day every day, so it's only fair.
It's kind of like, you know, when you hit your wee brother and they're like, run. No, don't mean it. It's kind of like that, you know. Like, oh, fuck, no. Yeah, fuck.
Enough. Who the fuck is scared of butterflies? Look, you know, that's a weird one. Look,
People are scared of people are scared of buttons.
There's some weird phobias out there, and they're like,
Yeah.
Buttons.
what would be like if you had something like? What would be the only thing you're kind of afraid of? Like, if it's sort of
Spiders.
irrational. Well, you're scared of spiders.
irrational one?
Fucking
Yeah,
hate spiders.
because there's rational fears like death and.
But
you know.
spiders are irrational. Even because it's not venom that scares me. It's not like being bitten by it. It's
That's what I'm saying. That's irrational.
God, like they're just not.
It's just not
keen on
pretty.
that.
Like, I don't like it.
Yeah, that is irrational. You've got that irrational
I always
fear.
find spiders to be more cool and creepy to me. I was
Yeah.
always picking and fucking
Mermaids.
collecting them and shit when I was a kid.
Mermaids. Terrified of mermaids.
Merman.
Well, who knows if that's
Mermen
irrational?
or mermaids.
Merman.
Imagine.
Well, you don't really know if that's
Imagine
irrational
just being
or
out
not.
in a wee fucking bodyboard, just trying to catch some fucking wee waves, like, and
Yeah.
a person comes out of the water and drags you to the depths, like
Ariel.
As long as she's really fit and she gives you a wee bit of fucking
Well, you can have
bubbles
tits
to...
if you're a mermaid, but can you have a dick if you're a merman?
You
You
should.
probably have to if you're a
You
merman.
should.
Like,
do fish have dicks?
Fish have dicks. Fish have a fish dick.
fish
Yeah.
dicks.
see when I found out the chickens had dicks,
Yeah.
that blew my mind.
We were talking about chicken dicks.
Blew my mind. I thought they didn't have. I thought birds didn't have dicks.
We were talking about chicken dicks the other day.
Do they not have a cloac? No, that's
the
pigeons.
girl have
Pigeons.
cloacers. You know,
No,
it's
no,
just like
all
a whole-
males
like-
have
all
males that have them as
Yeah,
well.
they're just like
But males
rub
don't lay
against each other, don't
eggs.
No, but they have like a cloaca that has like a different thing
But
on
what
it.
else would it come out of that? Then there wouldn't be anything else.
Shit and piss.
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause they lay eggs, like
The males don't.
No, but the shit and
You know?
piss out it
not traditional.
and spunk out. Well, these days, you know, you can fucking do anything you want.
Who
Mate.
knows?
Come on.
Who knows?
A fucking male chicken can lay an egg if it wants, mate, right?
Red.
Yeah, so you fuck up, Red.
Going back to fears, do you have any irrational fears, would you say?
I think of any irrational fears, but I'm like
Chicken dicks are
sorry, chicken
scary.
dicks definitely. I'm very a wee bit OCD, like with like
Yeah.
I've got like a thing with like my hands, like see if I know I'm going to touch like a dog or something, or just anything that's dirty, I can only do it with one hand and
Yeah.
make sure that the other hand is the clean hand.
Yeah.
In case
Are
I need
you-
to touch my face.
Right,
or
I know you're
something.
both called Martin, but he's like clones then.
It must be.
Martin,
the same.
He has
Yeah,
a OCD
big
with
freak
washing
one.
his hands, like, you know.
Like he
that's
wouldn't
me all day
even
long,
smoke a cigarette and then wipe his ass with smoking fingers.
That's an in joke.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I'd freak out. See if both hands were dirty, I'd start freaking out. Like,
Yeah. But there is an irrationality to that where you're probably doing it too much, you know.
But dogs be dirty sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
dogs be
like,
dirty.
I would
Yeah.
probably wash my hands after petting any dog. Maybe not my dog, but anybody else's dog. Maybe I would like. But yeah,
yeah,
my
you get that dog sweat, you know, like proper fucking like you know.
Dog sweat.
Excuse me, dog sweat.
dogs don't sweat.
Dogs don't sweat.
You just
no?
holding their tongue or
I don't know
something?
what it is. Like you know, you
It's
get
oil. It's oil.
it's
They
just
have
oil.
bodily oils and fluids. My irrational fear is breathing. Like I have an OCD, like an internal OCD, and I
you
like
overthink it.
overthink breathing. Yeah, really, really bad. Like, and it's fucked my head up before. Like that would be my irrational fear. Like,
I got that from smoking weed. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think with like panic attacks and like weed and stuff like that, it's a very common fear to have.
Common
Like
occurrence.
think about your breathing or your heart, and you're like, oh fuck,
I
what's
don't
going
know
on
if it's
here?
a common fear to have. What I think it is what marijuana does, if you notice, is whatever you have, it will turn
Well,
up to 11.
I'm not saying it's
you
a
know?
common fear for weed. I'm saying it's a common fear for when you have a panic attack.
Oh, right, yeah.
When people have panic attacks, and weed can cause panic attacks on some people.
Yeah, but only if you're prone to
yeah,
panic
maybe,
attacks.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you're prone to schizophrenia, it will kick it off. Like,
oh,
you know what I mean?
definitely. I've been in some dark places with weed.
Same.
Like, I mean, just like
Same, and I just
you had
poured
to
on
crawl your
through.
way out of it. Like big time. Took a long time. I still suffer with issues now with it. Like,
I'm the same. Like,
You kind of just have to, you know, I was the same for the longest time, years there, like, and then I just came out of it there recently. Just was like, think positive. That's it.
yeah.
You know,
well, the
don't,
thing
don't
is,
think negative.
What do you
Think
mean, like,
positive.
is this weed that done that or?
Yeah, weed. Yeah,
but it's part of Martin's disposition to be like that,
Yeah.
and it brings it out in him.
And weed will turn it up to 11 and be like, either, you know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
fucking face the music.
And now I
down,
can
you know?
like
It's kinda like when you're
kinda
tripping as
screw,
well.
Yeah, 100%. It's a
yeah.
lower form of it. Like for
Martin's
sure.
irrational fear would be crowds.
Yeah.
Or being in front of people, or like, you know, even
Yeah,
doing this
terrified
sometimes.
of that, like,
He's
yeah.
got it in his head. Like, that's why he would, if you look at any of the episodes, Martin probably talks the least, especially when there's a guest on.
It's kind of the best person I'd have a podcast.
No, it's class. I think.
no, we all suffer, mate.
Yeah, but I've said it to people and I think it's class. Like I was telling Chris's dad,
Of course you are.
that Martin like the fucking dynamics. Like, so what do you do? So yeah, we'll just talk. Yeah, but then Martin fucking very very rarely talks. He's like, he thought that was class. You know,
I just sit here and look at the guests.
Someone's on it.
But that is funny though.
Yeah. Imagine having a podcast and you just sit there and you can talk.
And then like the time you just come out with James Corden was hilarious because you hadn't said anything for like an hour, and then we were talking about who would you murder if you had the chance. If you had a button and you could press it and someone you could pick someone and they would die, who would it be? He just picked James Corden.
that's
But it came out of nowhere and was like,
It's a good choice.
a very good choice.
Who would you pick?
Fuck, now you said James Corden. Like,
Can't talk about
He's
it.
dead and gone. Martin's pressed the nuke button, so he's dead and gone.
He's
You gotta
dead.
pick someone
Right.
else.
Putting you on the spot here.
You know, I'll drop it. It'll come to me, and then I'll drop it in the middle of a sentence. I'll just scream his name. Wait a minute, more.
Will Smith.
Sorry to bring it back to fear. What's your irrational fear? We haven't got yours, do it. Just rational. Now you might have one.
Tigers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Y'all don't say that.
I suppose I do have trouble talking to people sometimes, like, but it's not really a fear. Like, I think it maybe comes from weed as well sometimes, you know, especially if I am a wee bit high and I'm out fucking and about and I feel like, you know, I don't want to meet or talk to anybody.
You're inside your head a bit more.
Funny, like that doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, it don't bother me in the
Weird.
slightest.
I don't want to. I think it's partly due to having children as well and having a bit more responsibility. I maybe feel a wee bit.
But I would say that's rational. That's very rational fear to have. You know, whatever you're doing, like it's
irresponsible or something.
yeah,
like, you know,
having kids and like that's that.
It is mad because like, see if someone else is making your child, and then the thought will come into your head like, what if like someone just kidnaps my child because the person isn't going to be as attentive as I would be, and like, see once that's in your head, fuck me.
All the worry, like there's lots of worries, like, you know. Yeah.
It's a different sort of. I think we talked about this before. The only way I can sort of identify with that is having a girlfriend for the first time in my life and watching movies and thinking of like movies I watched before, and like say like someone gets kidnapped and I'm like, fuck, imagine that happened to my girlfriend, you know. But like with kids it must be up to 100.
I genuinely thought my child got kidnapped one time. Like she, we were in you know, the Kennedy Centre.
Yes,
Belfast.
Yeah,
and we were in like a close shop. No, you never heard of it? No,
I actually don't. But go ahead.
Actually, no, I thought you were just legging there.
I know. I've never heard it. Yeah,
well, it's a big shopping centre.
You've been there, like.
It's we were in like a fucking clothes shop, and she was just running around the clothes, like run in and out of the clothes and stuff, and you're keeping your eye on her like all the time, 24/7. But like I literally showed in between some clothes, and I stood there for like fucking 20 seconds or whatever, and I was like, "Are you in there or what?" And I went looking for her, and she wasn't there. And I went looking around the whole shop, and she wasn't there.
Yeah.
Went out into the centre, couldn't find her anywhere, and went out into the car park and all. And I remember I stopped and went like I had to like take in the thought that I think my child's been kidnapped, and Jesus Christ, lads.
Imagine that,
It's not good look.
Turns out she was just in Sainsbury's. Just fucking about. You know what I mean? I was like, you scared the fucking bollocks out of me,
scary
Jay.
shit, like,
it wasn't good.
scary
Like.
shit,
You were fucking ready to go fucking fuck shit up there. Like.
It's funny that
Her
there
eyes
is
fucking shaking.
realistically.
I will
fucking-
find you and I will kill you.
What the fuck? How's it realistically kidnappers? Like, you know?
How is there?
Yeah, like
Someone had
when you
just said
actually
that to
think
me.
about it, like
my man had just said to me, like somebody got kidnapped or something like the day
Mad,
before,
like.
so it was like
Yeah.
right fresh in my head. Like
Really strangely,
Insane.
about a month ago there was an attempted kidnapping in this town. Apparently some girl was running up the street asking for help or something. She says that she was trying to pull couple of people tried to pull her into a white van.
I heard about that. The fuck?
I don't know, it's a strange one.
And they were wearing
we
red
all know who it
balaclavas.
was.
Cunts, we'll get them.
the search continues.
In broad daylight. Broad
is that the
daylight.
noise I heard in the cover?
Yeah, I think what was I going to say there? Lost my train.
We all know who it
But you
was.
do wonder how the fuck she got away.
We
Like,
all
they're
know.
big men and she's a wee fucking child. Like,
Well,
Well,
there's
what
two-
happened was she was
Crazy, like.
screaming and someone she knew stopped on Market Street or something
Right.
and started shouting over at them. They let her go and split.
right?
That's
Is that
apparently
how-
what
is that
happened.
how-
Apparently.
So it wasn't really anything.
I didn't really
No,
hear
no,
that.
it was like
Oh,
the,
right.
the van stopped and tried to pull her in, and she was pulling away and screaming.
That's
And
what
then
you do,
someone
scream,
she
like.
knows
That's
was
scream,
driving
like.
down Market bastard.
I've said it. I've flagged
Like
it.
that, was driving down
already said
the
it earlier,
street
by the way.
and seen her and stopped and started screaming over like what the fuck's going on, and then apparently they let her go and drove on.
Well, there's
Horrible.
two reasons to
bastards,
kidnap
yeah.
someone. You know, there's the sexual
There's
reason,
more than
obviously.
two.
Well, these
But
are the
go
two
ahead.
main ones. Like
The sexual reason.
the sexual reason, right?
Fucking
There's
hell.
the
So you got your bird?
I'm lonely.
yeah. Come on, baby.
Just lonely.
Come on, baby. Let me kidnap you one time. there's a sexual or murder or whatever that's like all wrapped up in this wee one wee finger.
Is it?
And then there's the exploitation, money, you know, sex trafficking. Mm-hmm. You know.
And then
So there's the two main ones. Like
Friendship.
friend.
It's
Well,
not like
friendship.
whenever
Come
you
on.
were a kid yourself, you probably get up to some fucked up situation. Like I don't think my man dad hurt as much as I do. Like
No,
like,
No.
It was a
Even
different
though-
time back
Yeah,
then.
a
Like,
little bit, like,
different.
we
There
grew
was-
up in the
being
90s.
in strangers' houses. Did you ever just
Yeah.
being around the people's houses? Like
Oh, yeah.
older people, like man. Like I was in a fella's house. Me and my mate used to, I do a joke about it in stand up. Me and my mate used to go into his house. This fella, we used to watch him play PlayStation. And he was like 47, 45 or something. We're just watching him play PlayStation. He wouldn't give us a go. We're like, what the fuck? man?
That was normal.
It was mid wank and you just came in and you're like, well, go ahead.
You're playing Tony Hawk, sorry.
Weird thing to
Like
like
it.
Yeah, it's like
But
different,
like,
Jesus
Jesus
I wouldn't let
Christ.
my kids out of my sight. Like, but mum and dad would have you know, let us fucking run
Yeah.
anywhere when we were
I
kids.
slay
like,
people
you
who
know.
have those kids on leashes, but it's not a bad idea. Like,
You know what I mean? Fucking hell. As long as you're back by the time the fucking streetlights are on, you're sweet.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
First one to see street lights
It
go on.
didn't matter
yeah.
where you were. Like.
It's a different time though, you know what I mean? Like internet wasn't fucking around back then
Yeah.
either, you know. So
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
so different. Look,
There's just
everyone's lackadaisy, you know.
funny bringing it back to fear, like, but the fear of all that is just prevalent in all media now. You can just access everything, and
Everywhere, look.
someone can get to your kid.
Yep.
That's it. You know, like there's so many ways online to
Hack
reach
your fucking
you know.
cameras and you know
Yeah.
anything. Look,
My kid's not allowed like a phone or anything until she's like 16. I
I
still
would agree
agree
with that.
like, you know what I
Very
mean?
smart, very
She really
smart.
wants one, but that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's the pool. Like all
That's
kids
the
want one.
kinda-
Just get her not even a fake one, but you know, one of the ones that like they look legit, but they don't have any access to anything. So she
Yeah.
thinks she's on the fucking whatever.
Yeah.
But not.
Right enough, is this an idea? A phone for a kid, like
Yeah.
a kid's
Yeah,
phone.
yeah, yeah.
Is that an
You can
idea?
get them,
Like,
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that being
You can
done?
get them, yeah. You can get them.
It'd be handy to be in contact with your child all the time, like that. That would
Yeah.
settle a fear, like, but just you just don't want them getting because like we're adults and we don't even know where to handle phones. So I mean, the kids would be even worse. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm
Get
fucked.
her,
apparently these ones, like, you
an
just
old
pick what
Nokia
numbers
brick
can ring.
that you can literally just text and phone off or
Yeah,
whatever.
but that's what I mean. You can buy smartphones now that like imitate being a real phone. So they think that they've got all these wee apps and all, but really all you can do is like download games onto it. You
Yeah.
pick what numbers can call. So if you put in your number, let's
shit
say
finder
that's the only number she can call.
It
and the
wouldn't
only
work.
number that can
It
call
wouldn't
that
work,
phone, you know?
You're
I mean,
definitely.
because
I
no
think.
one's gonna buy
I
that.
think not giving a child
Could
phone.
be.
You're protecting them.
Aye, but not
definitely
the parents
from-
are bad
like,
people.
You're
You know what I mean?
protecting them
Majority
from
isn't gonna buy it.
fucking. You know. Well, I mean, all sorts. Really, even fucking literal stupidity because of just sitting on your phone all day. You know?
I mean, look how easy it is to get porn on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
I know.
It's like,
Yeah.
we're
Too
like
easy.
see, like I don't know, it doesn't really come up my phone, like, but on my Xbox when I'm using like Internet Explorer,
Yeah.
like every fucking pop up is
You
porn.
could, you
like,
could literally have your child type in like fucking Disney fucking princesses.
Aye.
something,
It'll be
and then,
some
like,
bent over Disney princess popping up like.
or like there's adverts all the time. Adverts are like
It's the
tits-
pop-ups, like, it
tits
is the
here,
pop-ups,
tits
My
there.
kid's seen like some like gentle enough ones that come up like in the side, and she's like, "Daddy, why would people do that?" I'm like, "I don't know. Like, I don't know why people would do that."
I've never seen that before in my life.
I think it's a thing as well, though. You can't really get away from it. Even when we were kids, like we found
Yeah.
magazines.
Like, so much shit
I
I
remember
found,
the
like-
first time I ever seen porn, and it was somebody come up to me with like one of the earliest video phones. Went, "Look at this,"
Yeah.
and it was a dog bucking a woman.
Oh,
I was
no.
like 12 years old.
You could start it off
I'll
bad,
never
like.
forget that. Like I went straight in my brain, and it's just there forever. Like
Mine was like a squirting video, you know, and I just remember
Squirting dog.
squirting up, but like someone showing it, like you said, on one of those really old video phones.
Yeah.
And I remember the feeling just being like,
and that's supposed to be watching this.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, but it was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
Oh,
in my
you
life.
you got the other way.
You know what I mean? I was like, oh, you didn't see it, dog.
I was
yeah.
watching a dog. Yeah.
Plus, the internet back then was like the fucking Wild West. You know,
Yeah.
there was no fucking like. There was websites that shouldn't have been up.
Yeah.
They're only on the dark web now. Like, did you ever go on a website called Little Midgets?
Shout out Little Midgets, by the way.
Shout out Little Midgets. 'Cause I don't think it's around anymore,
Sounds
but
eerily familiar. Like
Is it not?
Sick. It
I don't
was
think it
fucking
is.
sick,
You might get
like,
on the
one way
dark
to
web.
find
Like,
out.
It was just go on it and watch as
Unruin
much,
your life.
as much sick shit, disturbing shit. All not even just
watched
sex. Like there
someone
was like
beat
snuff
to death
videos
and
fucking.
in a prison, you know.
I maybe it's all used to be in the, there was that one where your guy got his hair cut off.
Yeah.
I never watched any of that.
Oh,
stuff.
it
Soul
ruins your
destroying.
life.
Soul destroying.
Why watch it? Like,
Soul destroying.
Yeah.
I know.
You watch a single video like that and you're destroyed for a couple
I
of
learned my
weeks.
lesson from the dog. Fucking
couple of
like,
weeks, couple of years.
Do you know what I mean?
fuck.
Yeah, there's videos I still have in my psyche, like, you know, like this tribe of Africans chased down another guy, another tribe member, rival
Where'd they get
tribe.
the technology?
I don't know. Fucking, even back then, there was I don't know. It was like a real. It was like a video
Chased
crew,
them down
probably.
and fucking castrated him. or
You're alright,
something.
but this guy's getting fucked.
It's like it was
Then
being
what did he
filmed
do?
anyway. I don't know, but he got his
Probably
dick
something
chopped.
Probably a
really bad,
pedophile or something.
yeah, that website.
But they held him down and just held his dick up. Like
Yeah,
that.
seen
I
that one
mean,
too. Like, oh my
big
god.
black
I seen a film like that before.
Oh, no.
Too, actually, fuck, horrible stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I tell you, like even like I saw something on YouTube and it was just a guy cooking a frog. And that put my
it's
head
not-
away.
it's not great.
It's something. He just. It was the way he killed the frog. It was
French?
like, tried to kill it nice and
sorry to
humane.
use French. Like,
Yeah.
But he put the knife. This is the way you kill a frog. Apparently, you put the knife right through the head.
Same as a lobster.
But it was just the way it just goes.
stole it the wall.
Yeah.
Throw it at the
died.
wall, did you say?
Just grab it by three legs.
Frog leg.
Put it in a sock. But no, it was just the wee sound it made. Like I was like, oh, it's
it's sad,
heartbreaking.
like-
Heartbreaking. Poor wee thing. Poor wee thing.
But that's like the
But
same
hey.
as like killing a chicken or a fucking
Yeah,
and eat it. Like if you're eating it,
I know.
I still
if
feel
you're just
bad for
gonna
that. though.
stab it in the head and then throw
That's
it
how
in the bin, that's
pathetic I
bad.
am.
Like,
Like I can't watch shit.
you know what I mean? That's bad. If I couldn't watch someone just stab in the head, bin.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're gonna eat it,
I would say to
don't
people like, do you see a cow in a field? You're like, do you look at that cow and go, I wouldn't be moon man, a wee bit of that cow. Like, you know what I mean? You don't see it like that. You only see it when it's dressed up and
Yeah,
it's got
no.
and stuff on.
See
it.
the
Oh, shit,
slaughter
sorry,
and
you're-
stuff before. It gets to me like, but you know, is that why
I don't
are you
care.
vegan?
Something wrong with me, mate.
Why it's like
does
why are you
killing
gay?
animals bother you then?
Does what?
The idea of killing the animal bother you?
It's like you were saying in the kitchen earlier. Like that used to bother you whenever you tried to be
Yeah.
vegan. It's both of it. Like I remember, like the way I remember it is, I ordered like a chicken curry from a Chinese, and I was sitting in front of the TV about to eat it,
Yeah.
and I was looking at the bits of chicken, and I could see like the veins going through it, and all. I was like, something just changed, and it started to twist in my mind. I was like, this looks a bit weird, and I added, and it didn't feel right, and then that's where it sort of started, and then I learned about all the sort of stuff that happens to animals, and then it just kind of went from there.
It's funny that I was sort of the opposite then, you know, where I've went to the point now where like I could never see like blood or vein or anything in an animal.
Yeah.
Now I see it, I'm just like,
But yeah,
I swear to God, like I know,
do you
like,
like what is that?
and that's
fucking,
not. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything to you, but like I
Nope.
really do like. Before, like years ago, if someone had given me a steak and it wasn't burnt to fuck, I couldn't eat it. But see now, blood all over the plate.
Fair play. I'm not the kind of I don't bring it up unless people ask me. Like I don't go,
Yeah.
you should be vegan, and I'm like, I just give it up. Yeah, I don't
That
mind
doesn't
it.
bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegan or
If it's
like,
I think it could be a health thing.
There is a lot of
whatever,
vegans that do kind of push it, you know.
I
It's the same
know.
as religion or something.
Why
Push
would you
it,
want to be like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a
I
personal
think
choice, and that's
people
it.
just
Yeah.
jumping on
but-
things,
and
isn't it?
vice versa. If you want to be vegan, sweet.
I think
I don't
personally,
have anything.
whatever is healthy for you personally, because everybody's different and everybody can have it. You know, there's plenty of people that maybe need to eat meat or maybe don't need or maybe are fucking, you know, it's not good for their body.
Yeah,
or
the one that
whatever,
really
you know.
annoys me though is your woman who feeds her dogs vegetables.
Aye.
Oh, the vegan
Just
dog.
dogs.
Yeah, they prefer
Aren't-
vegan
She's like,
dog.
they prefer, but do you not remember she took it on like a TV show and someone gave it a burger?
Oh, Jesus.
Nope, it's not going to eat that. No, oh, he hates that. McDonald's.
Not my Benji, no. Benji, no.
Puts on a wee napkin. No fuck.
This is off topic. But you kind of remind me of that. There was a time that there was a fucking lion on a TV show, and there was a wee. I think it was like a fucking 3-year-old or something sitting. And
Oh,
the
did it
lion
goes to
just
cry or something?
fucking
Fucking hell, yeah.
grabbed it and
Because she
tried
let
to-
out like a wee whimper or a wee cry or something.
Yeah.
It's instinctively turned on her.
Yeah,
I seen that.
Oh Jesus! It was like, and the mother was just like fucking, like you know,
She made a
yes.
bad choice already.
just like
Aye.
Walking into a room with a lion,
Yeah.
you know.
Full
Jesus
stop.
Like,
Like,
what the fuck are you doing here? Like, what?
oh, there's land in this room. I think I'll leave. What about the rest? He's all
the lion nearly got controlled to fucking to get the neck like.
It like hooked on their jeans or something, didn't it?
I did see that.
That rings a
It was
bell
scary.
now.
No, I did see it. It's like a talk show
moment,
looking
like-
thing.
Yeah.
Scary moment.
That's the thing. We've all seen the same shit. I'm like on the internet. Like you've seen
Oh,
everything.
fuck.
Like someone goes to tell
Right
you a
there.
story, and you're like, "Yeah, I've seen that on your
Yeah,
Facebook.
I've
Don't
seen
you
that
bother?"
already. Like,
It's a fucking because the amount of videos you flick through now, like and I hate doing it, like, but it's that doom scrolling. It's like,
yeah.
Funny that
Oh,
I've told you this. I don't do that anymore. I used to be able to flick all the time.
Well done, man.
But it's not by choice. It's not really. It just happened all of a
Flick the
sudden.
bean.
yeah.
I just flicked my bean.
I flicked the bean.
No, it's
Doom-
just all
doom
of a
scroll
sudden,
your bean.
You got a
I went on to my phone. Went on to my phone. And YouTube wasn't doing that anymore.
Yeah.
It was like it just wouldn't do that for me. And it was, so I haven't like I don't know.
I was in Amsterdam there for 4 days, and
Yes, I was
I
gonna
told
ask you about
myself,
that, yeah.
I told myself from the start, I'm not going to go on my phone whatsoever the whole time. You
that's
know, I have
great.
people messaging me like fuck,
Uh-huh.
and I felt great. I felt so
Yeah,
good not
fucking
being on my
right.
phone. for 4 days,
Proper
like,
holiday, like
really, really good. Like yeah,
I think like holidays in general, I wouldn't be on my phone as much. Definitely, like
because you're
but-
taking in the city, like you know?
Yeah, definitely. But I probably would spend time videoing this and videoing which.
yeah, as quick as you can, like bang bang,
Yeah.
like that's what I was doing. Like,
how'd
yeah.
you find Amsterdam? Have you been
Oh,
before?
mate, love it. That's my 3rd time, and that was the best one. But every time I've loved it. It's the best city in the world. Like
It's
I
great.
Did you go
really
with a
love it.
couple of friends or?
I went with my nephew G. It was
Hey.
Hannah.
It was a great time on it.
Yeah, we forgot you were there, mate. Sorry. Oh no, we loved it. It's just fantastic. It's just everything about it. It's just the city is art itself.
And what
You know
age
I mean?
is your nephew?
That's every time I say I went with my nephew, people think he's like 5 years old. He's like 26.
Here, we smoke out.
What age are you yourself?
Start them early, you know.
What age are you?
I'm 34.
34.
Yeah, you can tell by the hairline, you know.
Here we've got battle
We're
clouds to
34,
hide all
so
that.
People used to say to me all the
grey.
time, like they used to think I was like at least 12 years, like 15 years younger than I am.
Yeah,
now.
you look it.
But I used to get them whole life, and then slowly but surely they stopped saying it. It's like it's the fucking hairline. That's what it
We're
is,
happy
like.
to be alright.
But it's fucking 34. Like a lot of people, especially Americans, for some reason. 34, and you're like I look at people like, I don't know, think of someone, right? There, like John Jones is 37, just turned 37, and I look at him and be like, "There's no way I've only been alive 2 years less than him."
Yeah.
Like,
He's
how the
accomplished
fuck,
so much.
you know.
You see,
Or Tyson
That's
Fury,
the way I.
36 years of age.
Yeah. Yeah, like Premier League football players and all, they're
How?
like massive tanks. And
Do you know what I mean?
Fucking small thing.
Jesus Christ.
I just watched that Conor McGregor's documentary on Netflix. You know, their McGregor Forever.
Yeah.
Class, so like really inspiring and all. And he's like talking about obviously using your like the law of attraction and stuff, like to manifest your life. And I was like, this is fucking class and all. And then slowly but surely, as the episodes go on, he gets beat by Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
And then he gets beat by him again. And I'm like, this is a wee bit like, this is going a wee bit like, like believe in yourself and all. And then you get beat. I was like, what the fuck's happening here?
Yeah, right enough. I do believe in manifestation.
Well,
I fucking
it's
love
that thing of like Connor, he did manifest, but he. Part of that trick is making everybody else believe it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's real.
In
or
the
not.
early days,
He
people bought
got
it, like-
everybody to believe
he
that
was in their
thing,
heads,
which makes it real. So it wouldn't have mattered. He did win obviously a lot in his early career, but at that time it wouldn't have mattered if he had lost.
People seeing what he was at.
You know what I
They
mean?
knew what he was trying to do.
But then now, his losses also came with a change in persona. You know, so I think people didn't accept it as much. Now they're like, "What the fuck he at?" You know. But if he had lost and still held the belief in himself that he showed at the start, I don't think people would have minded as much. You know. Because think about it, he hasn't won a fucking fight
Yeah.
Well, you think about it as
since
well, like that leg.
Donald Cerrone.
That leg
Yeah.
break was bad. Like Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, like you get to the height he got to, and there's not much else place to go. Like, and he fucking had all the money, and he sort of. You probably just
Cocaine's
lose.
a hell of a drug.
Cocaine.
You
Have
lose
you
some
seen
of
him
that
these days? Like,
drive.
He's not even hiding it
fuck
anymore.
with
He's just staring into the camera.
Oh, actually,
Jesus
interviews
Christ,
with
like-
him and Jake Gyllenhaal on that, like the Roadhouse movie. He's fucking white.
fucking
Like, and
out,
Jake
like-
Gyllenhaal's just like,
You don't have a look at that moon.
It's sad, like, because I think all of Ireland got behind him too, like, and then everybody hates him a bit, like, because they think he's a dickhead, like. But like,
He annoys me a bit too now, you know.
yeah.
I just love him. Like. I think
And
everybody
that,
did.
you like him when you watch that documentary, but then again,
Yeah.
it's on his side. That documentary, but it comes across like a really nice guy in that. Like, and people I know, there's this one of my kids' mates in schools, Maz, met him in his bar. She said he was lovely. Came over, spent loads of time with his son and all, and like giving pictures and all, saying things for him and all. Like, didn't have to. Maybe he was wiped out on coke, you know.
I'm sure he was. No, but
Making his way around the room,
Guy, like,
full
I'm sure he
energy.
is a good guy. Like, it's just.
The same way anybody like that though. You
goes to your head. But
I seen this
not
thing.
everybody.
you're not always happy. Like
I seen a thing a while ago. Do you know MK Ultra? You ever heard of that there? Like the show thing?
Yes, sir.
we're deep into that.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah.
I love all that shit, yeah.
Fuck here. I seen like clips to prove that he was on it, and Dana White was like around, and it showed you like he'd be in interviews, and Conor would just be standing there like really eerily still for ages, and then Dana would look at him, go like this here, and like tap him like that there, and then he would just come to life again. And I'd be like, oh, I don't want to see this. Oh, it's fucked up.
I'll Uncle Dana and deep in the fucking deep
mad,
state.
like-
Like,
I mean, I went deep into MK Ultra on YouTube and had all these videos. You know, when you watch videos and then they recommend new ones to you of the same stuff. One day, like I had loads of them, and one day it all went. All of it just got wiped from my history, and I was like, what's going on here? Like, I couldn't find it, and I was like,
this
they're all
guy's
to me.
getting
Like,
too close to the truth.
Just one video away.
But like, no, but it's funny how much of
It was
MK
one
Ultra
dog
was
having sex
considered
video
a-
away.
being on some form of list. Fucking no, but like, it's funny that MK Ultra was considered as much of a conspiracy as saying like
Oh,
we
it's
didn't
legit.
land on the
A real-
on the moon,
No,
but
now
it's
it is, yeah.
completely legitimate.
Yeah.
They've completely
Proven
admitted,
that,
like even as like Whitey Bulger, he was an MK Ultra.
what do you call
fucking
him?
thing, Charles Manson.
George Manson, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people.
Yeah, they were using
And then-
They were using acid to try and
Yeah,
see the effects
yeah.
of mind control, and then
And it makes sense now that every fucking prison Charles Manson walked into, he walked back out a week later.
What do
You know what I mean? Look at all the petty crimes he did all throughout his life. He was stealing, robbing, doing shit, beating people. Every time he went inside, 2 days later he's back out. The whole way. You know what I mean?
right, they were letting him out.
Yeah, they were letting him out. Yeah, to just be like, no, let's see what he does. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
But he ultimately never done anything. He was just.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he
Yeah,
did, but
Yeah,
what
but,
they,
you know.
what they put him down for, you know. But he did a lot throughout of his young life, bad shit, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But technically, what he's inside for isn't
Yeah.
murder.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
Conspiracy.
He's dead now.
To murder.
Shout out.
So what were you up to in Amsterdam then? You and your nephew, you getting blacked or?
We only had
black.
you could probably guess, like, to be fair. But
MK Ultra teddies.
we were trying to control the men to the women in the windows. Bring our price down, would you, love?
This one's got a cock.
The women are unbelievable in them windows. Too. Like, unbelievable. Like,
Some of them are fucking scary, but scary status of it.
Especially the morning ones. If you go around
The
at like
morning
the
ones?
AM, you're just like,
Yeah.
Me and Daniel went one year. Daniel Quinn, he was on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
We went one time, and Daniel said,
shout out.
I missed you. I'm sorry,
he's
Daniel.
dead now.
Rest in peace, Daniel, mate.
We were walking about and we seen like one of these windows, and there was like this like fat sort of black woman in one of the windows, and Daniel went, I was going to go over and say hello. And he goes over to the window and she opens and she pulls him in, closes the curtains. And I was like, oh fuck, I just started shouting, rape, my mate's been raped. And then he comes out like 2 minutes later, he's like, oh no, he was struggling to get out. No, he says he just went in, he went, I just wanted to say hello. And she was like trying to get him to the bed. No,
Yeah.
and he said he clicked on that like her pimp's probably like in the next room or something, about to fuck him up for not paying.
She'll get her
He
money.
panicked and had to escape. Fuck, that was funny as fuck. That probably gets into some situations like.
Oh my god, fuck that! Like,
I don't know, like I haven't done it, like, but we went to Amsterdam and
me and Garth got into a really sticky situation. Like, we get robbed in Amsterdam. Like, I've
I got
told
struck.
this story 100 times. Like, so I'll try and cut it short. Like, with just a couple of fucking guys robbed us.
we're on mushrooms and we got robbed. Yeah,
I got some guy tried to sell me
My fault.
LSD and he stroked me like there was nothing. I bought it off and there was nothing in the wee box he gave me. Like.
The only,
I was like, what am I doing? The shops are
only thing-
open. Like, just go buy something in the shop. Like,
I'd go get it yourself,
Stupid.
and legally.
Some mushrooms,
Stupid, like-
man.
Yeah, like
But we,
the only thing that I said to him when we got off the plane was like, see any of the cons that try to sell you something on the street, just don't go
just
near
don't
them.
do it. Yeah.
Don't go near them.
But he was
And that's who
literally
robbed
trying
them,
to
you know.
give his old that wee fanny pack you fucking carry. Him.
Yeah, but I was really really high on mushrooms, like.
That's no excuse.
My
No,
brain
he
was
was
mush.
literally-
Brain was mush.
He was like,
That's not an excuse. Like, I was high on mushrooms.
Their energy was drawing me in.
yeah, their
like,
energy was drawing him
you in.
towards them and all.
Like a black hole.
Yeah. You take a risk. You do take a genuine risk. Like when you're tripping, it is you have to. It's a let and go. Like of you're not in control of it the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
It's
had
good
to
crack,
be.
though. I
I had
enjoyed
to
it,
be.
like.
I had to snap out of it and take control, like, and fucking take him through the fucking. I was taking him through Amsterdam after we got robbed by the scruff of the neck, and he was shouting all over the place.
No,
But
like as much as Amsterdam sounds amazing. I've never been. I want to, but
Yeah.
it seems quite dangerous. Look,
It is. It is.
You can think
I've
about
been
it in these cities.
4 times now. So
before
I've-
you go on holiday, I think you generally get a wee bit of fear. But when you're there, you're like, I'm just a person in the city. Like there's so many other people. I'm just living their lives.
I
Like,
don't think you're generally in danger that way. But like underneath the city, it is quite, not literally underneath it, but the way that place is run now. Because I know a guy who knows a guy who lives there. He's Italian, and he's part of sort of the Italian and Eastern European drug scene there now.
Right.
So what happened was, over the past couple of years, the last maybe 10, a lot of the coffee shops aren't owned by the Dutch and all anymore. It's
Right.
all bought out by like the Syrians and the Italians, and it's pretty much a narco state, you know.
Right.
So it's can be very, very dangerous.
That's a
you
bit
know,
shit.
if you make
I was
the
in
wrong
like a wee like
especially in
Italian.
the centre these days, you know.
I went in like a wee Italian cafe on like the second day, and he was blasting us like Italian music. Italian music's class. And he gave me a wee coffee and all, had a wee croissant, had a great time. But he could have been in the mafia, like, you know. You never know.
Yeah, it's like Pinocchio's, like, you know, the bad boy island. That's what Amsterdam is like to me. It's like, you know, you go there and like it's like, fuck, I can do anything I want. It feels like you're doing everything wrong, but it's not there. You know,
Everywhere you go, it just looks class. Like even the buildings are slanting. Like is this city even real? Like it's
I was glad.
unbelievable.
I broke off from them when I was there because all they want to do is go to the coffee shops and get fucked up.
Well, no, I'd already been 3 times
well, David
prior
then.
and done
Well,
every single fucking
Yeah.
thing there is to do in Amsterdam, and I wasn't
Well,
doing
I
it again.
didn't-
Like,
Did you do the bakes?
So I went
we
off
done the
myself.
bikes. We
done the
were
bikes.
literally
Aye.
drunk on.
Ours was rode off
running
me
about on
like.
bikes.
Oh, you have to be. I don't think you can be drunk on the bikes because like they have their own wee system where you need to be on the road and all. Like me and my
we were on the
sweet.
roads.
yeah, we were sweet.
all right, basically right hand drive. Like me and
What
my
20
nephew
years
were-
near killed a pregnant woman?
Me.
Nice.
Was it you?
What?
Maybe
Wasn't
flag
my
that.
fault. It was her fault.
She should have been pregnant.
It was her fault. I was in front of her and I veered off. I couldn't be arse waiting. I veered off to the side of the road and was getting off my bike onto the road, you know, or onto the footpath. Sorry, but she acted as if it was a complete blockage and you know, fucking, she stopped dead, and then her husband went into her behind her.
He went in there 9 months before.
Yeah.
You.
And I had a fucking argument with her husband then, and fucking, it was like, fucking
On the first day,
Probably.
me and my nephew were on the bikes. We like he was veering into the wrong lane. We didn't realize you're supposed to be on the right side. And somebody drove past him. And, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
He went, what? And they're very straightforward people. Like straight to the point. Like,
Yeah, well, what they are is sick and tired of all of
tourists.
us.
yeah, that
That's
makes
what
a
they
lot
are.
of
Of.
sense.
I
Like
would
they
be like-
fucking hate it. See the actual Dutch people. The third time I was there, I think like I tried to not go near the centre. I went like out into
Yeah.
like really quiet.
Yeah.
And like honestly, they weren't happy about me going into the coffee shops. So they were just like, you know what I mean? Because they're just expecting loud, obnoxious fucking people.
fuck themselves.
You know what I mean?
There's not
No,
a
it's their
ro-
fucking country.
it's not
Like,
worse
imagine
than-
having to put up with the streets of Amsterdam every day.
But then they mistake you for being English.
know?
And
Yeah,
like
they
English
do.
are known for
Yeah.
travelling bad.
Loud
You know,
and
I'm not
drunk
English, I'm
and-
Irish, everybody loves the
Yeah.
Irish, come on the fuck. But then they got me
Once you show your passport, they're
Get out,
usually,
English
they're
country.
usually fine. Like.
Yeah.
When you show your passport before you go in, the Irish passport, they're usually dead on me. Like,
Never had to do that though.
no, you don't have to show your passport going in.
Coffee shops and all.
Yeah,
I sure
not
was,
do that anymore.
No.
was sound quite Irish.
Oh, you try your best.
But not the people not from here.
No,
They have
definitely
a
not.
hard time differentiating between Scottish, English, and Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard
You
to
know,
hear
yeah,
different
yeah, yeah.
accents.
Plus, I turn my Belfast accent for some reason goes up a
Retards?
notch whenever I'm like in a different country. I'm like, well, what's happening? I'm like, well, I don't know what that means. Like, why am I
Exactly.
saying
It's
that?
happening.
Well, put it this way:
But
do
it's the
you
same
know?
as Spanish and Colombian. Could you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
pick
do you know the
in
difference
accent?
between Rome Italian and Venice Italian? They're two different accents. Like
two different
you know?
accents, but
You
I
wouldn't
couldn't
know.
tell.
No, I
Yeah.
couldn't tell, obviously.
It's the
like,
same
that's
in
why
like
they could-
Spain, like Catalonia and all that
yeah.
shit. Like I can't
Fair
tell
enough,
the difference.
Fair enough. I just kind of think like Irish people have quite a history, and people, you know, people around the world know Irish.
I think
history,
it's
you know,
more
So do
a
of
people.
lot of-
hear-
Rome. There's a
lot
history
of-
in Rome.
I think
lot
it's
of-
when they, Rome, Jesus Christ,
But
Colosseum, motherfucker.
There's some really obvious Irish accents.
Irish
like,
accent is so distinguished.
Only to English speakers.
It's so
Only to
distinguished.
English
Yeah, to
speakers.
English
You
speakers.
know?
I think Southern Irish accents are a bit more easy to hear to the
Distinguished,
ear.
yeah.
So they are.
There was an
English
Irish boy
speakers.
living there. Like I always said, if I didn't have a child, I would have lived in Amsterdam because I just loved it that much.
Yeah.
But we ran a wee cafe, just for food, like, and there was a boy there, and you could just tell he was Irish. He had ginger hair and all, and he pale skin, you know. He like, was in the rain for too long. And I brought him over. I was like, "Hey, do you live here now?" He's like, "Oh, I just moved here and live here now. I work here and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Fuck, that's ticking."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Class, like.
I was thinking about myself when I first went over. I just wanted to live there, like,
Yeah.
and back then, probably not now because of all the shit. But back then, you could have went over and just signed on the door.
Oh,
So you could have, because
there
you're
was a
from
lot of
the
bars
UK.
that can work. Like that's what I kept saying. So I was like, I just work in a bar, like, no, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
easy enough.
Fucking right, or are we
coffee shop or
a
something.
coffee shop? Yeah.
Aye.
Did you go to any coffee shops that were actually good? Because the weed
Yeah,
over
but
there
I
is
can't remember the
fucking
name.
stinking.
The names of the ones we. But I wanted whenever I went the second time, me and Daniel were smoking. Like the first day we smoked the weed that I got, or no, he bought a bag and I bought a bag, and his bag was sweet. We smoked the fuck out of it. Everything was sweet, and then we smoked the one that I got, and it was like it sent me insane. Like I was looking at my feet, going, I can't figure out how to step one foot in front of the other. Now I need to sit down. So when I got there this time, I walked in and told the guy that, and he goes, right, okay, one's sativa, one's indica.
Yeah.
He was the way he described it, he's like, one makes you feel energetic, the other one makes you feel like this. I was like, no, which one makes you not insane? Do you know what I mean?
You were probably smoking the sativa that made you insane, because
Yeah,
sativas
it's
are
like
more
a-
psychoactive and
So
trippy.
Which is
this
the
guy
one-
might want the other one.
Which is the
But
one that
then
mongs you
also
out?
that doesn't really
Indica?
fucking.
Well, doesn't really matter.
That thing was too black and white for a long time. Everyone was like, "Oh, sativa makes this and indica," but it's not
That's all
really.
hy-
There's
it's a lot of
indicas
it's
that can make you
hybrids, like-
psychoactive as well.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
you know
fair
what I mean?
enough. Like,
I've found that indicas make me more like
They
psychoactive.
can do. They can do.
Than like sativas, I can smoke sativa.
I think it was sativa, the one that I didn't make me go mental.
oh really?
Yeah, it should be.
See, for me,
technically, it should be.
I
Yeah.
just when I was over there, I like to smoke sativas because it gives you a bit of energy.
That's what
And
they say.
anything I was smoking with you was making me like fucking just want to sit down, not move. And he was smoking all that kind of shit
Aye.
that made you want to sit down, not move. I'd rather just
But
smoke
I
all the
wasn't sitting down and not
hazes
moving.
and
Did
things.
you smoke with tobacco or did you just,
You know, I
Yeah,
smoke a bit of
yeah,
tobacco
yeah.
in it.
I think it's like frowned upon over or something?
Yeah, some of the
It's
coffee
frowned
shops will
upon
tell you
and
to
a
not
lot-
put it away. You know,
We went
And-
to a place called Lost. I don't know if you went to. Did you see a place called Lost? No.
lost.
No.
Oh, where you can just like literally as you're walking in, there's like a big shop window, and it's like a fucking bed almost with a table in the middle, so you can just lie down. But you're in a shop window and people walking past you. But it was a ticket. Like it like you whenever you went into the back of the room, there was like steps went up and steps went down, and then it was like octagons, but they were like old granny sofas. that went around. I don't even know. And then you went up another one and another one. There was no windows. It just blew my mind the way it was set up. Like it felt like being in like the 70s.
I know what you're saying. Like,
You can
like a
literally
shit
just go
house
and
or
smoke.
something.
Yeah. Huh?
You can go and smoke.
I like smoking indoors. It's
Fuck class.
it just blows your mind because it's so different. You know what I mean? It feels like you're not supposed to be doing it, but then you get used to it.
Did you go to one E-Hub coffee shop? It has like a big red cross outside it, and they have like fish in the floor and all. No. It was one of the best places I went to. The best quality weed as well.
I got a tattoo when I was there.
Did you?
Yeah. No, just it's fucking on my sleeves, a wee bird. But it's mad though. It ended up being, I didn't realise at the time. I got it because my child, her nickname is Spidjog, which is a wee bird in Irish.
Right.
And it's cute, isn't it? But it turns out it's the same one my dad had. My dad passed a few years ago. I didn't even realise till I showed my sister. She was like, "That's the one my daddy had." I was like, "That is the one my dad had." But I got it by accident, which is pretty cool.
That's class.
That's class.
Fucking hell, man. Cool.
Yeah, I wanted to get a tattoo over there, like, but just we were skint.
It's about €90.
Yeah. I took lemon because I don't smoke weed, but I took a bit of mushrooms and I wanted to try something. So like Jake gave me half of a lemon muffin that he had, and then we went for a wee bike ride, and I was fine. And then we were there with another mate, and it was his birthday that night, and we were like, we'll get ready to go out. So we went back to the hostel, and then it just hit me, and it was that whatever one.
We tripping and on the thing.
No,
as well?
it was just I think it was the day after. This was the day after. Yeah, so and I just started getting so monged out the fuck, and I just had a panic attack. You know,
Nothing gets you more stoned. Like for me personally,
I've learned my lesson. Like,
But it's funny that like how different people can be. Like I know that I have tolerance and all that shit.
Some
But
people doesn't really
still,
affect, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I could eat like there was the other night. I had 4 wee tablets of edibles. You're only supposed to take one of. And my girlfriend had one. I was like, be fine, it's one. And she was saying God, like she was like, no, there's colours in the TV, all like really freaking out and all, like I can't do this. And I was just like, I'm fine. I wish I was that high.
Yeah.
I wish I could see all that shit.
I
you
tripped
know?
so hard on an edible one time. I was laying on my bed just to try and survive. Had my eyes closed and I started to feel like I was on a boat.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was sort of moving on a boat, and I went, I have no way of knowing that I'm not on a boat until I open my eyes. And then I started to freak out thinking, what if I convince myself so much that I'm on a boat that I just teleport and end up on a boat? It sounds mental, but I thought it was going to happen.
That would be that in my head. I'd be like, that would be an enjoyable experience to me.
that means
waking
means
up on a boat.
teleportation exists. That'd be amazing.
That's fun. Like.
There you go.
Yeah, no, edibles have
edibles
really made my brain mush. Like,
There's that time.
Mush
we
is the word, like, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like we what was that there place we went up to? It was like an underground kind of fucking
Smoke.
weed.
Big Group 7. It's like a thing up in Belfast.
But them two weren't even.
It was like a
smoking,
comedy night. You could smoke weed. It was all underground.
Bollogs.
Yeah. So them two weren't even smoking, but I think just the fumes of it just got them like
we took edibles.
He took edibles as
You
well.
took edibles.
we both
as
took
well.
edibles.
No.
You didn't know.
Martin didn't know.
I didn't take anything other than drink. I was just blocked. And
having a bad time. You were just having a panic attack.
So like really bad in my head, like at that moment in time. So it made it worse. You know, so that's why I didn't take any edibles or anything, because I knew it would make me worse. You know?
Like when we were invited and when we got there, Garth was so giddy that we were given the VIP section or whatever to sit down. He was like, "Oh, this is our fucking spot. We can go and sit here. Nobody else is allowed to sit here."
We was wearing the balaclavas.
Yeah.
No, we should have though.
No, we didn't bring them, but it was class.
Jesus Christ!
It was the first bit of VIP we ever got. You know, haven't had any since. Like,
Got let in free and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Like,
A couple of guys came over to the table, just sat down like a big chocolate bar, sweets, fucking this,
Weed,
that. There was
whatever,
just, you know, loads of shit to work away with, you know, and I had a lot of it. Like I was so fucking, that was the highest I've been in forever.
When it goes
on weed.
well, it's great, and when it goes bad, it's bad. You know what I mean? But you're just every time you take it or smoke it, you're looking the good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really does just depend, look, you know, on the time frame and your mood and you know everything. Just
Yeah.
I had to go to
Situation.
I had to go to work the next day. Like it's hard to wake up. Like hard to wake up
Yeah,
after
good work
edibles.
too.
So it is.
It was a bad one.
Took a lot.
I don't know. I think just weed just works for me, you know. Like I'll smoke a joint and work out, or I'll fucking do whatever.
Nice.
You know,
Oh,
it's not
aye,
like I'm
same
gonna
here.
smoke a joint and just go. I'm not doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Same
I'll do
here.
what I still have to do, regardless of how high I get.
that's
fuck
that's
that
ideal.
shit.
That's what you want.
I'd say the only downside for me is the panicky part of it. You know, the kind of I don't know. It's like feeling socially anxious. You know, when I'm high
like the
or whatever. You
anticipation
know?
of it, or just when you're in it.
Yeah,
Whereas,
like,
I
kind of
think everybody does feel
anticipation
that.
and like I would never if I'm slightly high, I'm you know, someone goes, "Do you want to go to the shop?" or "Would you go to the shop?" or "No, I'm not going to the shop." Like it's not
Weird that,
happening.
like-
Like
But I remember that when I was young. Like I remember that when I was younger. Like, do you ever smoke and go to the cinema? And there's like 100
Oh,
people.
mate,
It's just
that's
like,
one of my favourite things in the world
It
to
gets
do.
lighter and lighter and lighter, and I'll just walk in and go. So
Oh, I love the Cinema Stone. Like,
it's good shit, isn't it?
Oh, it's the best.
It
like.
is good.
I
shit.
watched the first half of the Batman high in the cinema.
The first half.
just the first half.
That's good enough for me.
I was like, high enough for the rest. So I was like, for fuck's sake, I want to be high for the rest, but I can't. So because I'm in the cinema, that was great. It was just class.
All right, talk
it's
about the
good, like-
Batman. Do you want to talk about the
Goosebumps,
Penguin? Have you watched the Penguin?
Nah.
You haven't?
No.
Well then, don't.
let's not.
Do you watch it?
Don't
That's
watch
not-
it.
Yeah, I heard. It's
I mean, don't say anything about it.
I went
do
to
watch it.
I went to the cinema to get stoned and watch. Did you watch the Resident Evil film?
Which one? There's that many
It
fucking.
was there is a lot. It was the latest one. It's
The Netflix one? No.
It's not
Went to the
Netflix.
cinema?
No.
God,
Raccoon City something or something.
Death Island
whatever,
or
Joe.
something.
It's just I think it is Resident Evil Raccoon City.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think who-
Welcome
who
to
was in
Raccoon
it.
City. No.
It's not Mila Djokovic.
It's based. It's sort of shot the same way. Like it starts off. I don't know if you've played the games. Who's played the game?
Oh, yeah,
No, I love
Just
the
see the
games.
second one, which starts off the guy's driving the. Nice. It's sick, bro. It's actually sick. Class.
No, that's my favorite game franchise of all
same
time.
here.
Like,
That and Mario Kart.
yeah, Mario Kart's class.
Yeah,
Have you
Mario Kart's
played
sick,
the
like-
remakes?
Yeah, the second remake and the third actually, but the second one brilliant.
Have you played
Unbelievable.
number 4 remake?
No, but
That's fucking sweet too.
I've heard it's good. Like
That was
yeah.
fun. Like,
Yeah, they've found a way of like not Ford. It wasn't shot with the old tank controls, like, but they found a way of bringing it into sort of like modern games and making it class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seeing like in the second one, particularly when you're like walking down the halls and all the zombies are coming up and they're stumbling and all. It's
Yeah.
playing
That's
the game.
amazing.
Man, I played it.
Yeah.
I got so stoned the first time I played because I don't really play games anymore. But that was a game I wanted to play,
Yeah.
and I put on like headphones and all. And I picked hardcore straight away, difficulty. And like fuck me, and I was so stoned, and I like got mauled really quickly, and like sat the controller down and all, and sat back, and I was like, oh, that's too much for me. It's fucked up.
Zombie dogs and shit.
But it was
Fucking
great though. Like,
amazing.
It's
amazing.
such a perfect game. Like really,
Yeah,
really good.
see when I was watching the E3 and the trailer came on, it was just like a wee mouse running about or something, and you had no idea it was Resident Evil until it fucking said Resident Evil, like, and I could have cried. I was so happy. It was like, that's the game that needs to be remade.
Yeah.
You know?
They could do the first one, but they already remade that before
Aye,
they
on
remade
GameCube.
the second one. But it's
Yeah.
still the old controls and all. But that's a great game too.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite?
Probably the remake second one. Although the first one, I love that one like as well.
Did you play the original number 4? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was after that.
Different.
I didn't like them, like the way they changed.
yeah, it wasn't great.
It
after
definitely
that.
was. Like Resident Evil 4 was the biggest change, but it
And it's
still
not
was a
an
great
acceptable
game.
change, I
But it was
thought.
a great game.
Yeah.
And Resident Evil 5 tried to do what Resident Evil 4 done, but then vamp it up, and make it more action.
Fucking-
I really like the old school zombies. That was my
Yeah,
Yeah,
I-
that's sweet.
Resident Evil 2 is my
I
favorite. like.
fucking loved Nemesis
Yeah.
only because I remember Resident Evil 2 trying to play it at whatever age I was or intelligence level.
Yeah.
I never cleared it out for sure at that
Yeah.
age, you know. But
Yeah,
I
same.
remember Nemesis was like the first one that I was able to get
clear
through
out.
myself.
Do you remember when you
That's why I
did?
remembered so much.
Do you remember
you
you first see him and you get an option that goes like fight the beast or run? I was like,
Yeah,
run, run away.
My,
What are you even on about?
know? Why is that even an option?
I'm not gonna shoot this, kill this guy with a handgun. Like,
The reason number 2's so ingrained in my psyche is like we had a babysitter living next door, and he would just play it.
Yeah.
He would just come over and babysit us and play Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Class.
And we were probably too young to play it at that.
Oh, you always
moment.
were. You always
yeah,
were
I
always the
remember
young player.
any time he was going through like a door, I
Yeah.
closed my eyes.
Yeah.
And, you know, just waiting on a zombie popping up.
Do you
or
ever see
whatever.
the footsteps you hear in the second one of Mr. X? You can just hear him around the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
That's class. Like.
That's brilliant.
And then
Scary
all of a
shit,
sudden he
like.
just comes through the door like, ah!
Yeah. Oh, it's
Scary
great.
shit.
What about Silent Hill?
Never played Silent Hill.
No.
Never played
I
Silent
know
Hill.
people love it though.
Oh fuck! It's
It is good.
Just
It's
as
my
good.
favorite
Just as
horror
good.
franchise of all
Yeah,
time.
it's either that or
It's
Resident Evil
up
usually,
there,
like, isn't it?
Yeah,
one of the
they're
other.
the two ones.
They're-
like.
they're-
Funny that,
they're the
yeah.
two ones, aren't they?
Again, Silent Hill really liked it and all, and it definitely has a prominent nostalgic memory to me. But again, too young to do anything with it when I was
No, it's
playing. Just
definitely-
running around.
It's
and
nowhere
this-
near Resident Evil for me.
You
Like.
always
was-
are, fuck's sake, though.
You know what I mean?
I was so young when I played Resident Evil. I called it President Evil. That's how young I was. I didn't know what to say probably. But I used to just like whenever I was a kid and I first started playing, I used to just like walk around the hall, you know, the main hall in the first one, and like not really going to any rooms. The furthest that I ever really managed to go was like into like when you see the first zombie, where it's like eating someone and he turns around. And then if you were Jill, you could run back into the main hall and your mom would shoot. He'd kill it.
For you.
That's as much as I would do. I wouldn't even shoot the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then if you try and actually go out of the mansion, the fucking zombie dogs. they can actually, if you hit the door like 3 times, one of them will actually bust through into the fucking
into the hall. Aye.
You know.
I think that's just the remake.
Oh, is that the remake? Is it?
Eventually, it's like, will you stop clicking on the store, you dick? I've already told you. Like,
all right, then here you go. Fucking there's dog fight.
just die, you dick.
Yeah.
Right.
In terms of the movies, though, didn't like them until I kind of did like that one. There was Welcome to Raccoon City. It might be the one you're talking about.
Your woman from Skins is in it.
Yes, that's the one.
That's the one. It was very low budget. Very low budget.
Well, it wasn't.
They squeezed the first game and the second game into the same film.
Yeah. But because the first and the second game are set at the exact same time, all that stuff's happening in the Arkley Mountains and the mansion. That's all going down there.
That makes sense.
At the same time, but
it's not at the same time in canon. It's not.
No, it's the second and third one.
Second and third's the same. It's a couple of months after where the
maybe it is.
Can't
remember, but anyway,
being a fucking
I
nerd.
thought that one was probably the best film that they've done. It wasn't a great film, but it was really good for fans.
I thought it was really good. I nearly stood up and clapped at one point, but I was high as fuck. Like, so
it was good for fan service. Like, say if you're a fan of the games, you'll love it, and I did love it for that. I can see why people might give it a low score because in terms of like just the story and stuff,
people are picky. Like,
but it was great if you're a fan of the game.
See the way they did some of the scenes just the way they are in the game. Like whenever you see that first zombie and he turns his head like that there and all, like that was done brilliantly.
Yeah,
so good. Like
it almost didn't need to be anything else but that. Like I could have the whole story could have been shite. And as long as they did some scenes like that,
we just want the nostalgia.
I was like, you
just want that like nostalgia hit. You're like, that reminds you of when I was a kid. No?
That's it. Like, a lot of things rely on that. I think too much these days, like Transformers and stuff. There's so much nostalgia hits. Like, but
I was trying to buy my child Pokemon for the Switch. But they're not the same as the way they were when you were a kid. Like,
they're different now.
Play a Pokemon,
I love Pokemon.
I'm actually playing one now as well.
Yeah,
Pokemon Emerald, just on a wee Retroid device. Just a wee emulator. Never played it.
Love Pokemon.
No, it was for the age. Like it was class. The amount of things you could do in it. Like
I think I played Pokemon on every console that came out on. Like the last one I played there was on Switch. Pokemon
Wire.
No, that was on 3DS. Pokemon something.
Shield.
I don't know. Shield. Yeah.
When I was a kid too, like everybody had like Game Boy Colors.
Yeah. Same.
And I told my mum to get me a Game Boy Color for Christmas, and she got me a fucking one of them old, like the original Game Boy, the big brick.
Yeah.
Right.
I never had my heart broken. Like, I swear to God. But she bought me Pokemon Yellow as well, which was what I wanted. And I was sitting there going, I fucking hope this game works, and I put it in, and it did work, but it was like green, like the screen is like green, wasn't colour, like so I was only dickhead in the street with a big fucking brick.
Funny enough, we had something similar, only we weren't too phased by it. We got the Game Boy Colors when the Game Boy Advance had already came out, and we got Game Boy Colors for Christmas, but we were like, fuck it, they're alright, like we'll still had great enjoyment on them.
That was a really good Christmas because we came downstairs for the big reveal. Usually our mum and dad would have set our stuff on the sofa.
I think we
or
were
whatever.
old enough that we didn't believe in Santa and all that shit anymore. Sorry
Santa. The chimney or
So we knew a couple of things we were getting, or just this big set of like army fucking figures and shit. Or
did you ever ruin Christmas for yourself?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Like peeking fucking underneath the Christmas tree.
And then you regret it too, like as soon as you find out what you got. Like my sister made me go down. Like one time after my mum and dad went to sleep, I didn't want to, but I was really young, and we went down and seen what we got, and all see the guilt of me whenever my mum was sitting, you're my sister, with a cup of tea, and she's looking at you, waiting to see if you enjoy it, and I was like, I'm like trying to smile, like, I already know what sorry, man.
I remember there was like, we were picking at like fucking what was it, toy soldiers or something, remember?
Yeah. There was like, this was stuff.
There were action figures.
This was stuff under the tree, like it was all wrapped, and we would like anytime mum and dad were at the house, we would like rip a wee bit, and, like, rip a wee bit more and peek, and it was, you remember Small Soldiers?
Yeah,
that was big. One of them was like Major Chip Hazard, and the other one, which was mine, had what do you call the Gordon?
Archer or something.
Can't remember.
Archer.
Oh, Archer, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we seen them. We're like, oh, that's fucking action figures. And then we opened up on Christmas morning. It was soap. It was it was like
Shampoo and all you used to get.
Bubble bath.
of the character.
And it was in
The lid was
characters,
just
yeah.
their head, and we were like, oh, great. Oh,
But yeah, like,
class.
funny. We woke up one morning, we went downstairs, and there was only just a set of like action figures and toy guns or something, and that was it. We were like,
We're like,
oh yeah,
thanks.
class.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That was class. We just kind of went over to them like, picked them up, and behind them then was the PlayStation 2 and the Game Boys.
Right.
And then
We're
we're
like,
like,
holy
yo,
fuck.
you know, fucking. But yeah,
Yeah.
just a funny Christmas. I don't know.
I did a couple of Christmases ago. My child was, I think she was like 5 or 6, and I got her a Switch, but I kind of pretended like I didn't. I kept it till last,
Yeah.
and she really wanted a Switch, like. And she got all her presents. She opened them all up, and she was loving life, and she thought that was it. She was content, and she was grand. I was like, she's not even like upset that I've like she doesn't think she's got a Switch, and I'm like, I got one more prize for you.
Yeah.
Took it out and prize I said there, and then she opened it, and then she went like, Nintendo Switch, and I
that's class.
freaked out. And I was like, oh, it just lives in my heart. It was the best. The best
See,
moment.
I think that's how Christmas can become amazing again for you, to have children
When you have kids,
and
yeah.
to live it vicariously through them, you know.
To watch
Yeah.
them walk in, and it's like,
Because the magic is gone for me, kind of, without but if I had kids again,
See, I
I can
didn't wanna
understand
do-
where that comes from.
I didn't want to do the Santa thing, which is very like nobody likes it when I say that, because you have to
Yeah.
do Santa, you have to do Santa. I was like, but whenever I believed in Santa so like much when I was a kid, and then we find out he's not real, it's so heartbreaking. And then you kind of like lose your faith in like magic and all. You don't, and I think it's a wee bit depressing. So I was like, I don't want to tell her. I want to like, and then Santa gets all the credit too. Like you spend all your money on these presents, and he gets all the credit. I was way against it, but then like every time like I was like in a taxi or like going to visit aunties and uncles and all, like they would all turn to my chin and go, you excited for Santa to come? You excited for Santa to come? So I could not.
Yeah.
I could not go
I
into your head
think
like.
in juxtaposition to that, it's kind of like kids need magic. You know, I think kids need magic, and when you tell them Santa's not real, it's kind of that's it. You have to grow up now.
Yeah.
And once that barrier's broke of the magic, it's kind of like, oh right, the
Yeah,
real
but
world
you can
shit.
build other magic. Doesn't have to be Santa. That's just what
Yeah.
we've been
But
told that it has to be. You
I
could just
love
tell
that.
them earlier on, there's no Santa. That's a whole media thing. It's all a load of fucking shite. Don't listen to the world. It's bullshit.
Whenever
And
I
then you
was
can
a
make
kid
up your own magic.
When I was a
loved
kid,
it
people
though.
were like trying to tell me, like older ones were trying to tell me that Santa wasn't real, and I used to be like, well, Jesus, like everybody believes in Jesus, so like why does nobody believe in Santa? Like I had that in my head, like thinking, oh, he's definitely real. Like
Same thing, like, you know.
yeah,
But no,
Jesus
I
Santa.
love the magic of believing in Santa and all the movies and all around it. It gave me so much joy as a kid, and I would want that for my
My
kids.
sister
as well.
told me she's seen him one time,
Yeah, I've
and
seen
I was
him.
like,
I've
I
seen him.
believed her. Like, for years, I believed her. So, you fucking lamb bitch.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this on the podcast. Like,
Gareth believes he's seen them.
yeah, me and my mum were coming back from the shop, and there was something in the sky, and she's like, "There's Santa." And to me and my child brain, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh fuck!
Like, and I could see it all clearly. There was the sleigh, there was a wee reindeer, and I was like, "Holy fuck, there he is!" You know, I don't know what the fuck I seen.
you know Sal Volcano from the In-Betweeners, the
Impractical Jokers. yes,
he said
yes.
he's seen Santa on a podcast I heard recently. He's like convinced he's seen him flying through the sky, the same way you just said.
I swear to God, it was him. It was seeing. I don't know what it was.
Fucking, he's real.
Probably just a fucking flock
Him and
of
Jesus.
birds. You know, it was just birds or something. I was just in my head, that silhouette just
Yeah.
meant Santa to me at that moment. Yeah.
Or in a different dimension, there is Santa, and he just sort of
Yeah.
slipped through for a
Just for
second.
that one bit. And even my mum was like, "What the fuck? There's Santa? He's not real."
Still troubles her to this day.
How
She'll be
is
like,
this happening?
But he's not real. How did I see it too?
Yeah. Oh, fuck it. What about Christmas then? Y'all set, mate?
Actually, this actually got everything in. I was in Smith's yesterday for about 4 hours. Fuck me. Like, and I needed to piss the whole time. But I was like, I'm not leaving here until I get everything I need to get.
Yeah.
But I got everything in early this year for the child. Wrapped it all last night. So let's get that over and done with.
That's fucking early enough, I suppose. Like, I don't know. I'm just getting
It's
for
hard
David's.
shot for women,
David's got kids, and
It's sad, but like my eldest now is grown out of her Sylvanian families.
Oh,
she loved them for a
the
while.
wee characters.
And I, to be honest, it was more for me.
yeah,
Getting them, I wanted to fucking play. I was like, yeah,
It's hard not to
set them all
buy
up and all.
things that are for you, for your kids.
You
do
think
that,
they're
like,
cool?
We
And
elephants,
they might not.
we elephants and we mice and all fucking class.
I was like, I'm going to get her a drum kit. I think drums are class. I was like, she's not going to play the drums, Marty. What are you doing?
but now she's more into LOL dolls, these wee brat kind of things, and
yeah,
so I've got her all them for Christmas. Like,
Possibly done.
It's just getting them to play with them because it's so easy for them to play on screens. You know what I mean? It's a real it's a real issue. Like,
oh, she's big into her fucking Astrobot now, like on the PlayStation. Like, she'll always ask to play Astrobot. Like,
yeah, you just have to limit the time. Like,
that's it.
yeah. But she's my child is down for her brother or sister, and I'm not with her man anymore. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, she goes on about it so much. I'm like, what do you want to do? Turn on your man, and be like, here, do you fancy another one? It's not gonna happen.
Oh, Santa.
Get together for Christmas. Yeah.
Fuck,
Santa, bring you one.
Santa. Me and Santa are going to find a child somewhere, get in one of them vans, and just fucking drive down the street and steal one.
Didn't P Diddy do that?
Did he?
Did he?
Was it peace down for penis?
Do you not see that like video going about now of like I think it's like 7 years ago or something, and he's like literally just got a little white girl, and they're doing a video, and he's like, I'm her daddy now, and she's talking like, oh, I had no parents, I was living on the street and all, and daddy Diddy came and got me today, and now he's my papa. No, what I mean?
Papa Diddy.
Literally, like Papa Diddy, like she's calling him Papa Diddy. That's not even a joke.
Yeah.
And who knows what happened to that wee girl?
Who knows, bro?
But she was like a 7-year-old white girl, and they were, it was Diddy, and they were filming her, and he was like, you know, she's gonna live here now. Yeah, pretty
fucking
much,
Angelina
like.
Jolie, you know, like was adopting black kids and all.
Yeah, but not off the street.
It was a trend.
It was
Not off that street.
Not off that street.
Different street.
Yeah, different street.
Different country.
And you hear they're not letting him out of jail on bail now because he's been ringing people up and threatening them from jail. So they're like, you can't leave. Sorry, you can't leave. You gotta stay here.
It's good to see like corruption and all like that coming out. You know what I mean? Usually, not, you think those kind of people will get away with it. A lot of them do. Like,
They used to, I think, with the
People
internet and
calling
all
you crazy
now.
for ages, and you're like, oh, you
But then
see,
nobody-
when this
no-
album drops, motherfucker.
nobody acknowledges any kind of conspiracy theories when they're proven true. Nobody acknowledges. Like,
I know.
this is pushing
No,
on.
even
it
as
just
big as
brushed
like
aside, and it's forgotten about. A couple of months later, I mean, the whole Epstein Island fucking shit as well. Like, it's kind of brushed aside very quickly. All them names, all
The fact
them
that he
people, all
killed
them
himself,
celebrities.
like, what?
well, that's the
Security
thing.
person, like,
I don't think it was brushed aside easily, but the fact that he killed himself was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean anything,
but all
but
them
it's like, what?
names and stuff, and all the like flights of all them people who, you know.
Yeah, but the reason is you can't prove what
it,
they
I know.
actually done there.
I know you can't.
You know?
But
There's a lot of like celebrities who commit suicide as well that I don't really buy. Like, you know,
Yeah, 100%.
oh, there's a lot of people
100%.
actually who, you know. Yeah, like, you know, like you're saying, committed suicide, but probably were murdered or whatever, like because
Whitney
of
Houston
fucking.
is P Diddy.
Hmm?
What?
What'd you say?
I said Whitney Houston is P Diddy.
Kurt Cobain's a big one. Like, I'm a massive Nirvana fan. Like, and it breaks my heart that like say that he died and whatever. It's so young. But apparently, I was watching an interview with this guy coming out, and he says he's going to blow it all out. Like, he's been speaking to people who were there. Like, apparently Kurt had like his male nannies who would like all lived in the house with him, and they would all shoot up and stuff. And like somebody like basically offered them money, saying, "I'll keep you sober for life on the drugs that you're on that you need if you fucking make sure that he." You know, goes away. And then it was proven that he had like fucking like 20 times the amount of fucking lethal dose of heroin in his body when he was before he got shot.
Yeah.
He got shot later. Apparently, there's so much stuff that this guy can prove, and if it comes out, I'm gonna be
madly.
happy because he fucking.
What would be the reason though?
Like,
What would be the reason to kill him?
The same in
Did he know too
apparently he was
much?
going to
Yeah,
divorce Courtney Love, and some guy came out way years ago and said that she offered him like 50 grand to kill him, and he said no, and then he ended up dead like a few days later. And oh fuck, man.
The Hollywood zeitgeist is it runs pretty deep, like, do you know what I mean?
She has
And then if you
owns all
stop
the
going
money
along,
now because
you know
was
what I
married to him, and she has all the
Yeah,
money.
she
Like,
does it
that's
all.
an incentive. Like,
Yeah.
what's the word? It's
And it's
You ever say, like,
it's also when they stop going on with the status quo. So, like, apparently, according to Elon Musk, and I do believe him because he's in there, like, he's got all the money, so he's definitely privy to some information. But he's like, all those celebrities will get a phone call and be told to do something, you know, like X, Y, and Z, whatever it is, you know, promote this, say this, whatever it is, and they're not threatened, but they're told, like, you can do it, or you don't have to do it. But if you don't do it, you're never getting a phone call again. Like, you're never getting a part again. You're never getting a concert again. You're never getting an album made again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's what happens to half of them. And then later on, they're like, I'm done doing what you tell me. So they're like, oh, is that right?
Yeah.
dead.
And they just drop it.
But, like, look at the likes of like Edward Norton. Like, he was done with Hollywood a long time ago. He seemed to be like kind of just out of the picture. And you wonder, maybe he just seen too much and was like, fuck that
Look at
place.
your,
Fuck that.
A few people have said that, sure.
Chester Bennington and fucking Chris Cornell were both working together to expose
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
child fucking
The trafficking ring.
and then
Yeah.
ended up dead.
Yeah, exactly. There you are.
It's actually scary how, you know, it's the biggest money maker in the world, child trafficking. Even in comparison to drugs, it's bigger. It's making more money. That's that just shows you
Good
how sick
industry
the
to get
world
into.
is.
Look, good industry.
You can see why they're driving around the streets
That's
capturing
it.
kids. Like, give money on them.
That's it. You know, you fucking.
Oh fuck, I don't know.
I'm not gonna sign on.
I'm
Look,
just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Taking a turn. Like,
Fuck's
we've
sake.
talked about the kids getting captured like 4 times, 4 separate times in this
I'm
podcast.
gonna have to
Like,
fucking do
I
it.
haven't watched it yet,
Oh,
but I
trim it
want to.
off.
That Sign of Freedom.
Yeah, I really want to watch
Like,
it.
that's
Fucking
an-
waiting
Have you not watched that?
for the
Have you
right time.
not watched that?
Jim
Nah, waiting for the
Caviezel?
right time.
So
Like,
good. Look,
Yeah,
waiting
it's
for
a
the
great
right
movie.
time.
it's a good one.
It's very
Sad,
sad
like,
and
Fuck it. It made
depressing,
me cry
but
anyway.
Like Titanic.
For fuck.
yeah, it's yeah, should-
With kids.
They could have fit more kids on that door. Like,
You can get that. You can get a fucking. You can do the Titanic VR experience now, where you're like getting on one of the wee boats and coming off it and watching it go down. It's like, that's so sick. I just want to do
It's
that.
like, what if you don't get off? You go down the ship.
I'm drowning in my living room.
I was pointing at the Titanic, not you.
Isn't it?
Where?
Oh, I had no idea what he was talking about there. It's the
I still don't,
pretend
like-
Titanic.
I was
I
just
don't
pointing at a
understand.
pretend Titanic in my head because I'm in VR and it's sinking. And I go, there's nothing over there, boys.
Imagine being on the Titanic and someone just goes, see, in like 100 years, right? People are going to be able to experience this, but like not really be here.
Imagine some sort of time travel exists where you just exist back in time as like an entity, and you're on the Titanic like walking about, and there's all these tourists, you know, and you're just fucking watching it go down, but you're not physically there, but they can see you. You know,
Yeah,
it's like just you're a tourist. You're like, oh, sorry, I can't do anything to help you. It's like, but
that's
you're
another
gonna die.
conspiracy theory. Is the Titanic? Apparently, a load of people who oppose the Federal Reserve were on the Titanic, and there was a couple of guys who were like, are supposed to be on. They're like, I'm definitely going to be on it, and like the day before, they're like, oh, I'm sick, can't go on it, and then they were proving like they're not be sick. And
You
all, but,
never
they
know.
knew.
Like, you never know.
That's mad.
You don't know is the thing. Like,
But it's not much push to believe that. You know what I mean? Of course they would do that.
there's an element if you're going to be sitting on to play like devil's advocate. There's going to be an element of like you would argue you want to believe it because it's interesting.
Yeah,
it's more
yeah.
interesting than the truth. Like,
That's what you usually do, like, isn't it?
But
Like,
I'd
you would
still say
gravitate,
there's a
but then
lot.
you have to also not let yourself do that and just go by the information. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But like,
yeah.
the reason I wouldn't be pushed to believe that is because like they've done worse. They've done worse. It's
Yeah.
been proven.
Plus,
Yeah.
maybe the ones
Know what
that
I
are
mean?
reported the most, like the Titanic and like the Twin Towers and stuff, are the ones that are a bit sketchy and something, because the amount of boats that sink, the amount of planes that crash, you never hear anything. But then there's just the one every so often you go, and it's a massive story for some reason. But there, you know, maybe there's something behind the ones that push a bit
Like
more.
the
you know?
submarine, Mr. Wayne.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a mate who,
Fuck off.
I had a mate who was like really afraid of flying, but then he spent all day watching this show, like when planes crash. I was like, what are you doing? Doesn't make any sense. That's what he did. He'd go, look, they're crashing. I'm like, yeah, I know planes crash, like, but you have to get on a plane sometimes. What are you doing?
Yeah. It's like Jake watching Spider-Man. For spiders, you know?
Oh no, it's Spider-Man.
See, he'll get you.
Spiders are horrendous.
Yeah,
They're not good to look at, like.
Sure, they're not.
I like.
They're not pretty.
Spider cool's fuck.
I like
Shut
it.
up.
No, I don't like them.
You should have to.
Water bugs are worse, man. Water bugs
Cool,
are
man.
worse.
How long have you been
Water
doing
bug?
comedy, Martin?
2 years in February coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What made you get into it then?
Daniel Quinn.
Oh, right. Sure.
Just like, because me and him have been best mates since fucking no age, and we used to do like we skits and stuff when we were kids with like a camcorder and stuff. And then one day he messages into the group chat. He was like, "Lads, I'm doing stand up here at the weekend or whatever." And I was like, wow, like you're actually going to do stand up? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And I went down to watch him obviously, and like sat down and I watched him get up on the stage and do it. And I was like, that's mad. Like, I was like, my first thought was, I have to do it.
Yeah.
Like, we switch just went off my head. I was like, I have to do that, not to copy him.
Yeah.
It's just like watching him do something like that. It did inspire me. Like, but I was so like shit scared that I put it off for ages. But the wee voice in my head was like, you have to do it. You have to do it. You have to. And I wouldn't stop. And I was like, I have to do that, no matter how scary it is. That's not going to leave me alone until I get around doing it. So eventually, and I was terrified, like proper like panic attack.
Oh, same. Like, and I done it ages ago. I'm not going to talk about it again. Like, but
No, I've seen you do your first time.
yeah, no, but I mean, ages and ages
Oh,
ago.
you did-
I
right,
done
did
it.
you?
Like I've said before on this podcast. Like I used to do it. Like
You were 20 or something?
yeah, 19. I've done like comedy songs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I only done like 5 or 6 gigs, and then until now. And then my first time getting up there again there now with the mask on.
Yeah.
Fucking terrified.
Oh, it's so scary. Like
Yeah.
even though you're wearing a mask as well.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I did. You know, in the pavilion, Luke McGibbon does like he does raffle horse. Where you wear get someone to wear a horse mask. You just give out the raffle. You don't say anything.
Yeah.
I did raffle horse, and I was nervous under the mask. I said, nobody knows who I am. Right? Why am I so nervous?
It is funny, like, because I'm I was probably the most prepared for a stand-up gig that I had ever been at that time there not too long ago, and still, like, I knew my material was okay. I knew, you know, I could do it, and I had the mask on and all, and I still got up and I was like, hello, you know.
It's one of the biggest fears in the world, like, really, isn't it? It's looking stupid in front of people, but it's, even though that's the idea, is to look stupid in front of people.
But a big part of why I'm doing it is because, like, when we do live shows with this, you know, I think it'll be far easier to do because I'll be with these three cunts, you know, while I'm doing it, and it'll ease the nerves.
I, for some reason, what is it?
Are you still stand up?
No.
Consider it, or?
I would consider it, for sure, yeah. Consider it, alright.
Terrifying, but it's good.
But I don't really have that thing anymore of where, like, people don't make me nervous. So it's like, obviously you would have nerves. For me, it would be doing something that I want to do right wrong. That would be what I'd be nervous about. You know, making something shit that I know could be good. That would make me nervous. But
it's not standing up in front of people. No, it's not the people.
Whatever, or live shows or anything. Like, I don't know. It's the nerves for that. I don't get it.
I would probably be less nervous in front of even more people. It's just more about the...
Get it right.
Yeah, it's more about the, like, stumbling over your words or this and that. It's strange.
I over prepare, like.
Yeah, I think with stand up it's different, because with stand up you've got bits and you have to say your bits right.
Yeah.
And if they don't come across right, they're not going to get a laugh. Yeah. Whereas if we do this podcast live, it's just us rambling shite, you know, so we don't have to necessarily have bits. So I'm not trying to remember anything.
You still have to have enough to keep people watching.
Yeah, well, with live podcast, I think it's more of like, it's just an intimate, we're just talking shite together and we're just having a crack.
I wouldn't really prepare what I was going to say.
No, not as much. There'd be some things we should prepare, but you wouldn't have like
topics and stuff.
Set. You wouldn't have a set to remember. Yeah, we'll have topics. Yeah, we'll have topics.
I'll always write things down.
No, definitely
word for word though.
No,
not word for word, but I'll definitely have sentences and shit written out. Yeah,
no, I wouldn't. I would literally just talk about this and I'll talk about that if we need to. Whereas a stand-up gig is a set, like, and I would write it out word for word, and then I would say that until I remember it, and then I would try and forget that and just say it naturally. Then,
right? See, I would do word for word, basically out of fear of forgetting or stumbling words. But now I'm working on trying to do a wee bit of crowd work, which is basically the opposite, because it's like improv.
That's what
that's terrifying. Like, trying to think of a joke on the spot, and you don't want to be bested by the person in the crowd too. That'll be shade too.
Yeah, you're fucked then.
But then
I suppose just. I think I would get up and just try and do as shit as I can. Not really, like, but once you do get bested by the crowd or that, and you've experienced that, then at least you've experienced the worst. You know, you get through that. You know,
everybody thinks that's what comedy is, though. It's just they always think that you're just like an bantering with the crowd, but it's not. It's prepared. Some comedians do banter with the crowd, like that's their kind of thing.
I think one of the best people at it is Andrew Schultz.
Yeah,
have you ever watched his crowd work?
Mustache guy.
Yeah, mustache guy. So his stand-up sets are good. I really do like them. He's a very good. He's a very, very good comedian. Like, but his crowd work is fucking phenomenal. Like, like there's times where there's a few. If you go and look at like just some of his stuff on YouTube, he'll go out and he'll have a set prepared, and then he'll just go fuck it. I'm not doing the set, and he'll just talk to people in the crowd. And I think it's because he does have a very high level of intelligence to do with like culture and race and stuff like that. He's very knowledgeable on it all, and because there's a mixed race group in the crowd, that's what he sort of works on. But
I think it would help
he's quick.
If you're used to being around the lads all the time and you're used to banter, then it's gonna come off very naturally.
But even at that, it's still like there's.
I think there's natural comedians.
That blankness just comes sometimes. It's strange. It just comes. Even on this podcast, a few times I've had it like. But when you're up on a stage, like there's something happens to your brain. It's just like. Nothing there. Whereas
you have to find a funny way of highlighting it. You don't just go silent. You have to be like make fun of yourself. The fact that your minds went blank. You know what I mean? Then you can move on.
It's a funny thing. Look, strange.
Yeah, it's fun though.
Like this.
And have you any gigs coming up?
Yeah, we're doing. We have our own club that we started called Manic Comedy.
Is it still going?
Yeah, the first night went fucking amazingly
Yeah,
well.
I heard about that.
Second night was alright. Third night, nobody showed up.
Right.
But we got contacted by another bar, Gallagher's Bar, it's called, in Yorkgate. They said, can you come do it here?
Oh.
It's a more well-known bar.
Right.
So that's at the end of the month, on the 20th.
There you go.
Is that why no one showed up? Because it was like initially a big thing, and it was like, oh, let's go down here, and then that bar isn't really known for that.
It's not
It's
known.
sort of like
Exactly, yeah.
right.
Nobody, every time we say Monaco Bar, you call it, we're like, it's in the Monaco Bar, and people are like, where is that? And I'm like, it's beside Fresh Garbage, and everybody knows where Fresh Garbage is. So
There's a bar beside Fresh Garbage.
Yeah, just
Oh,
around the
exactly.
corner. We had food there before together.
In the Monaco bar.
Yep,
Oh, did you?
yep. I don't think it was called that back then. though. Remember around the corner from it?
The Deer's Head.
No. It's maybe it wasn't me. It was me and someone else.
Oh, the fancy looking place.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. We I don't think
is that
we
the
had.
place we had a beer in before the fucking smoke sesh? No.
No.
That's
That's
close enough, isn't it?
When we were in uni, like that long ago. I remember being in it then. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
I do know where it is.
But yeah, so it's where now?
Oh, it's going to be in Gallagher's Bar.
Gallagher's Bar,
Yorkgate,
okay.
20th. This. Lads, you should come.
No, I will.
I'll let you do it for
What
free.
day?
I'll have the bar.
What day? What day is
I
the
wouldn't.
20th?
How many open mic spots do you do?
Well, we're not doing open mic for this one because it's more of a
Fuck, I'm not
show.
going. No, I'm not going.
We're actually still doing Monaco as well. That's we're turning that into the open mic.
Yes.
And this one's going to be hand-picked comedians.
Oh, this one's going to be a proper show then,
yeah,
right? I guess
as long as it goes well, because it's more well known, and we're hoping if we can sell it out all the time.
Yeah,
then it can
I've
be bigger.
meaning to get to more like, I think it's shit because Tuesday there's open mic in Madden's, and this takes up my Tuesday, and by the time I'm done all this, sometimes just like I can't really
We do a
fuck going
Thursday.
anywhere. And then you do a Thursday where I'm always working, but you know, I could probably get up after work, like really, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah, might be able to get up after work. Would be
When's it again? The 20th, did you say?
20th Thursday.
Bit of crack, eh?
Yeah, that'll be close.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so we'll wrap this up anyway.
Yeah, anything to plug
Have you
other
anything
than
else to
that,
plug or not?
Literally that.
And what's your Instagram account and stuff? We'll put
It's
it up.
Mardo Man Comedy.
Mardo Man Comedy. Get on that, boys.
And it's you, Daniel Quinn, and Colin Rhymes doing the.
Aye.
Yeah, so was Colin Rhymes like a childhood one, or did he?
No, I met him a couple of years ago through Daniel. He worked with him in Tim Hortons.
Yes, I think he was.
Shout out Colin.
Yeah. Shout out Colin. Shout out all
Good
the
lad,
lads.
he's a good
All the
lad.
lads.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually a proper wee trip like it's
Yeah,
class.
because we wanted to make sure we had gigs every week, because we lost the ability to do gigs every week, and then we're like, let's just do our own fucking thing, and so
Yeah.
we're trying to do that, and it's
Nice.
good crack.
Class. Yeah, it's a fucking
Awesome one.
exciting thing to do. Like,
Yeah, I
you know.
missed Connell Rhymes as well. Fuck's sake.
You missed Connell
I missed
and Daniel.
and fucking
Fuck's sake.
kids, you know. Fucking, But
You
now
got, you got
now
Martin. You need to
everything's-
collect. You can't. You need to collect the set now. You've got Martin. You need to collect Daniel, Connell. You know,
Martin's a
Elusive.
shiny card.
Martin's a shiny. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Martin. It was great
Yes,
talking
man,
to you. mate.
appreciate it. Thank you very
Party,
much.
man.
Shout out
Good.
to our sponsors, Bud Light
Enjoyed
Your
that.
NI and Baked Potato NI. Get on that shit.
Yep, get them on Insta.
Good to see
We
you, man.
have got a Patreon with loads more content. Patreon.com/4Bros Podcast. Yes, go follow Martin on Instagram. Get to that gig or whatever. We'll be there, so you know you might see our ugly face, our ugly balaclavas. Thank you, mate.
No worries.
See you later.
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you, man.
To leave the fucking cocksucking cheese where it is. This magic moment.